Hello, good morning and welcome to the virtual village hall. How are you today? Are you staying warm? What's the weather like where you are? Is it really horrible and drizzly and sort of a bit misty like it is where I am? Well, as you can tell, my voice is still not quite there. I wasn't very well last week for the session that I did, but we battled through, and I'm not feeling great this morning either. So maybe a little bit of coughing, but I've got my mute ready so that you don't have to listen to me coughing. But when you're not feeling great, a nice little gentle relaxing craft session is really the perfect antidote. That and a nice lemon and ginger tea, why not? So today on the virtual village hall, I'm going to show you another craft that I'm going to be calling stained glass gift tags, because what we're going to be doing, we're going to be recycling materials, we're going to be repurposing materials and reusing different things that you've probably already got around your house. So let's talk through some of the things we'll need. So first of all, do you have a redundant candle? One like that that's burnt really low, you're not going to get any more out of it. Well, rather than throw it away, you can use it for today's session. Do you have a napkin or a piece of kitchen roll or kitchen towel? We can be using that for today's session. Do you have something like a piece of cardboard that's maybe come through the post with packaging, or perhaps you've got a stash of paper, craft paper, that you don't really know what to do with, but it's really nice, so you keep it there? Well, that we can use today as well, because the stained glass gift tags are made from those items. You can make them any shape, any size, any colour, and you get this gorgeous little stained glass effect with them. So I've just printed these in black, but you can also print them in different colours. There's ones with hearts, as you can see. Nice little stained glass effect as well. And you can really jazz these up too. So really, whatever your style, these are going to work perfectly for you. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop you down and we'll get started. So the first thing we need to do is to stamp our tissue paper. So you can use pre-made stamps for these. I've got some as well that I've used as lino cuts. I do quite a lot of lino cutting, so I've used those. You can use those, or you can also use ready-made stamps, so letters or little designs, anything you want really. Put words on these. You can really personalize these for gift tags for people. So what I'm going to do is just start by using just a simple ink pad and my stamps. Just get my little test piece ready. I'm just doing a little test just to make sure that they're working okay. There we go. It's a little VVH for the virtual village hall, and I'm going to finish it with a heart. Let's go for a red heart. Grab my red ink pad. Brilliant. They all work fine. So now we can go in and do this. So if you're doing lots of these, then I would do all of them at the same time. But I'm just going to show you with one this morning. So you want to leave a good amount of room on the outside. Don't do it too close to the edge, because you're going to want to cut this out, and then we're going to need a little bit of room for sticking. So I'm going to do it about here. Oh. It's gone a bit off. Right, let's start again. Yeah, that's better. I do like the handmade look, but at the same time, let's keep it looking professional. And then let's just go in with our hearts. Just Just make sure you can see that okay. Okay, just grab a little drink. And then we want to prepare our candle wax. So I've just got a piece of card that just came off some packaging, and just using a sharp knife or a craft knife. Oh, that's my iron. Back on. I'm just going to, we don't want those big bits there, we want to just to shave bits off. And while I'm doing this, please do pop into the comments, let us know where you're watching from today. And if you've just joined us, then we are making gift tags using lots of recyclable materials, or things that we're recycling. And they've got a stained glass effect to them. So I'm just shaving off some candle wax that we're going to melt onto some tissue paper to give that effect. Okay, that's more than enough for what I need today, but you can always add more if you need. So I just scrunch it up a little bit just to get those flakes even finer. And then I just need to prepare for ironing. So to iron, you will want, you can do this on an ironing board, but please do protect your ironing board with just a piece of card or something like that. Oh, here's one I did earlier. It just needs sorting. Yeah. So protect your ironing board, and also you want to protect your iron. So just use something like some scrap paper, just fold it a few times. And you just need to put your napkin or paper towel down, and then just sprinkle quite evenly, not too thickly, just nice and evenly over your stamp. Then put your paper on top. Put your iron on quite a hot setting, not too hot, but sort of just enough to melt wax. And then just make sure that you have it off of the steam. We don't need steam with this. And then just iron over. And that will start melting the wax. Let's just check how it's getting on. Yeah, that's good. I might just do one last one. Looks good. Now, if you do get wax, just to say, if you do get wax on your iron, then just use a scrunched up piece of paper just while it's still hot to go all over it, and that will get all that wax off. Then quite quickly take this off, because if you leave it on there too long, it will harden and you'll end up having to just but if that does happen, if you leave it too long and it sticks, then all you need to do is just quickly iron over again like that, and that will melt the wax again, so that will release the tissue paper. Okay, so that is pretty much dry already, so that's good, and it's hardened, and also you can see it's got that stained glass effect, and now it's become translucent. So then we need to cut out our card. So let's keep it nice and recyclable. So I'm going to be using just from an old packaging. Now I tend to always do all my cutting and drawing out on the back so that you don't see the pencil lines. So let's fold them off first. So I want two. I'm gonna need two of these, because we want a back and a front, because that's what's going to hold this together. So just with a pencil, draw around. And then with either a craft knife or scissors, you just want to cut these together. A couple of times so it goes through. If you're cutting with scissors, just make sure that you keep both bits together so you get exactly the same shape. I like to do it with a craft knife because it does make it easier to do that. Should just pop out. Okay, so still with the wrong sides up, just want to just draw an opening. So you could just go for a square one, but I'm just going to go for a slightly sort of oval one. You could draw this freehand, or you could maybe cut out a template. Just double check that that's going to show. I'm going to do it just slightly larger. Let's check that will fit in there. Fine, yes. Again, using a craft knife. Scissors are slightly harder to use for this one. And very carefully keep it together as I turn. Just check it's coming through. Yes, that's fine. Then pop those out. I'll just neaten up this one. Okay, so now we can turn it so that the right sides are facing out. And we're also going to cut our tissue paper. We put the wax on. So you can make it just a little bit bigger to start with. I'm just going to position it like that and then trim it off. And then I can do a bit more trimming at the end if I need to. Then using PVA glue or a glue stick. Try and get this straight. There we go. Just want to glue that down. And then add glue to this one. And then we're just going to sandwich them together. Press firmly, and then I can finish off just trimming overlap. Excuse me. I quite like a rounded edge as well to my, so I'm just going to knock off the edges. It gives it that sort of slight vintage look. And then you probably want to wait till it's a bit drier, but when it is dry, just use a sharp pointed implement just to make a hole through. Oh, that's why you really want to wait till it's dry. And then I've just got a little bit bigger. Then thread through some coloured string or a ribbon, anything you've got really lying around in your craft box. Just going to tie that into a knot. And there you have your stained glass effect gift tag, personalised and all made out of recyclable materials. So thank you so much for joining me. This is my last session on the virtual village hall in 2024. So I will look forward to seeing you next year for lots more craft sessions. So however you spend the next few weeks, have an amazing time, make lots of memories, stay safe, and I will see you in 2025. Take care. Bye.